Hey guys, it's Nichole Morgan, back with some more This Bed We Made. I'm hoping that we can finish up the game today, so let's just jump right into it. We're gonna just continue. Okay, so I'm very invested in this game. I'm very excited to see... Well, that kind of scared me. What's gonna happen? Okay.
I can probably find the rest of what I need in the basement.
Okay, I was looking for candles. Okay, so I've been doing all of those. What new characters did I get? Anne Beaumont. Okay, so yeah, Anne Beaumont, who we think she is having the affair with Miss Cruz, and then her son Michael. And then other Raymond. Okay, and Raymond is the brother of Bernard. And Mr. Beaumont, who's an abuser, so we hate him. And then what clues did I get in 509? Oh yeah, I deciphered a note. Let's close that. 5th floor, I got the note. Yeah, I already got that. And then 507, all these things that were in the Beaumont room. Family picture. Her lipstick is a clue. Why is that a lipstick a clue? Because it's orange, red orange. Yeah, so I already read all of this. And I guess these are all just clues so that I kind of know what's going on. Okay, let's go look for a candle in the basement. I always think someone's about to get on the elevator with me, and that always stresses me out, no matter what. Okay. So...
Candles, candles, candles.
Rebecca.
I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where?
Okay, let me go look in...
I usually do this in my office, but it's currently under renovation.
I don't mind being in here. Just, oh.
If you had the job, it would be all yours. Well, mostly yours.
Who is Bernard hiring right now? Because he just fired Linda.
I've never had an office before.
I thought you said you'd been employed with the government.
I have, but I guess my former employers didn't think I needed one.
Oh, I think you may have had a point. Hiding that pretty face of yours.
He's such a creeper. I'm gonna click it. So
Well, if you look at my resume, you'll...
maybe she's not in there.
It's locked.
I don't think I could see them.
Okay, let's look over here.
Did I remember to punch in this morning?
Me every day.
Managing the team, making sure everyone does their work on time.
And it's open. The VIP guest in room 602 is getting on my nerves. He keeps ordering food that's not on the menu. We don't usually do special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all of his wishes come true. Do I look like a goddamn genie? That's not even the worst of it, though. Every night he barges in the kitchen as if he was at home asking for meat for his precious little genius? Oh, a dog. Who feeds dogs $4 roast beef? I can't even afford $4 roast beef for myself, Bobby. He's irritated. What's this?
So you do have a stash of candles. But where is it?
Rebecca, the kitchen is out of power again and I am lonely. I can barely see a thing. Bernard wants us to continue working, but I'm not risking chopping off my fingers for that blowhard. Didn't you start hoarding candles since the last power outage. I remember you saying you never wanted to be caught in the dark without them. Where's your stack? It's urgent, please, Bobby. Okay, but they're not in here. Oh, this is also open.
Wait, is this you, Beth? What on earth led to this picture being taken?
Interesting.
Is that a live alligator? I think I'd die on the spot.
Okay, so this must have been closed last time.
Didn't I find one of these in Anne's room, too? The White Cat must be a popular spot. Are you looking to buy land? I know you grew up on a farm. Maybe you're looking to get back to nature.
Yeah, those were not open last time. Is there anything else new in here?
I'm good.
Let me click this. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I need to find her stash of candles. What's that?
Linda, you're not even trying to hide the daggers in your eyes.
Oh, when she got Employee of the Month. So that was Linda, who's now gone. And she was sleeping. Oh my god, there's so much craziness.
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already.
Okay, well, let's go check with Bobby. This is open now. Yeah, I was like, I'm stuck.
Tempting, but now's not the time to pick up smoking, Sophie.
I protected Wendy, which caused Linda to get fired.
That's what I'm trying to say. I should believe you. Can you ever find it in your heart?
Oh, I'm kind of happy I did that, because Linda seemed like an asshole. Typically, I would never meddle. I'm not a meddler. But that felt right. I'm glad they're back together, and he hopefully doesn't act like a bitch anymore. Famous movie director staying in 602. Yeah, I was there when he checked in. I don't know who he is, but he must be pretty important because Bernard was about licking his boots. He even let the man bring his dogs in the hotel. And he is shooting a picture in Montreal. I've heard he's here to scout, but I'm not sure what it means. Maybe that's why she had, like, a model photo. You know what I mean? Like, she was like, oh, maybe he will, shoot me. Okay. Do you think he'll shoot in the hotel? I hope he does. Imagine we could meet famous actors like James Dean. Let's hope the director has supernatural powers because Dean is very much dead. What? He's dead? Oh, that was on the back of Andrew's book club paper. Throw that away because there's too many of those everywhere. Any candles in here? I didn't get to come in here last time, so I'm kind of wondering what's in
I
here.
always get fashion, but these are fun to look at when half the pages haven't been cut out.
What's this?
This is probably Beth's latest project. It's really cool how she has an eye for this kind of thing.
Oh, so she cuts them out and puts them, like, together. That's cute.
Don't worry, gossiper. I'm coming back to you. I still haven't learned all of Gracie Jones' secrets.
That is my
So
key.
hold on to these tight.
So now I can go put the master key back, because I have my key. Oh, this is where they play cards. To whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperware back. Susan? Bobby, you realize it's the person with the lowest score who wins, right? Oh. Okay, To all employees, it has come to my attention that several guests have complained about a member of our staff going through their belongings in their absence. This has to stop. Anyone with information regarding the situation should come to my office as soon as possible. I want the person behind this swiftly identified and reprimanded. Should no one come forward within a week, punitive measures will be taken against all of you. And then the scores. Is it me? I'm going to throw it away. Because I don't want to think about that. I don't want to get in trouble. Okay. I don't think there's anything else in here. So let's go to Bobby. Ah! I like stuck to the wall.
Sophie, you're forgetting what you came here for. The candles.
Okay, but where's
Better try to
Bobby
find them
then?
before Beth gets here.
I thought Bobby was the cook. Rebecca, the washing machines are not broken. The problem comes from the pipes. They're completely something. Frozen. It's only a matter of time before they burst and flood the entire basement. I've warned Bernard about this issue last winter, but of course he only cares about renovating the parts of the hotel the guests can see. Behind that nice vital, everything is crumbling. I'll see what I can do, but it's not maintenance we need. It's a freaking miracle, Eugene. That sucks. Well, there's nothing we can do.
Ooh, is this a movie script?
In a northwesterly direction, screenplay by E.L. Needs more murders, add killer tornado. Why cut the scene inside the nose? Best part of the script. See if James Stewart is available. Weird. 216. Paper note, red lipstick, business cards, peppermint, cigarette, old port, silver ring bill, movie script, 20 cents in loose change, cigarette pack, paper note with numbers, black pen, and change. So that's all stuff that must have been left here. Or they found in the laundry, I guess. Hey!
Got a candle. Now, what next?
I didn't think they were going to be in here. But now I know where she keeps her little candle stack.
Let's see if Beth is around.
Nothing in there. Did I just happen to open the one that had the candles? That was really lucky of me. What's this door? Oh, I can't even open it. Can I open these at all? Just cleaning supplies, nothing crazy. Yeah, nothing in these. Nope. Okay. Now let's see if Beth can help me.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds.
Okay.
My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But hey, I
Probably
guess
not.
we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this. Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
That was difficult. I was looking.
Have you done this before? You're a
Not
real
working
pro.
at all. Okay.
Now, time to put the key into the wax. Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really
Hold
takes
on.
form.
That's not what's next.
Okay, I think you can remove it. Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold.
Why did she say that's not what comes next?
All
did I not
right.
just do it?
Now we wait
I
for
think
it
I
to
missed.
dry.
I did something
How long
weird.
do you
That
think
was
it's
weird.
gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
I don't want to bring up that I was looking at her stuff, so...
Like collages? That one's yours, right?
Yeah. I like to take fashion magazines and fix their lack of vision.
Their lack of vision?
I just think that fashion designers have been getting pretty lazy and bland lately. Don't get me wrong, my own creations are often a mess. But I like to think I'm good at editing. Putting things together to make them shine. I promise, underneath this terribly designed uniform, there is a girl with taste.
Okay.
I've never really been into fashion magazines, to be honest. I prefer tabloids.
Tabloids?
I know it's not very intellectual, but I like them. There are a lot of people I admire in them, and reading about the little things in their lives just makes me feel close to them.
Okay.
Like you know them.
Yeah. I've always found the lives of famous people so fascinating, you know? And I kind of envy them sometimes. All the drama, the excitement.
Yeah, because we're really lacking in drama and
A
excitement
little
today.
too much drama
Well,
and excitement.
today's the exception.
I'm sure there's something else in your life that excites you.
Well, I do like sailing.
Oh yeah, she had
Excuse
that
me,
boat
you
picture.
sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
That would have been great. I really miss it. I miss him, too. Even though he was a bit eccentric.
More eccentric than me?
Oh, a lot more.
I'm sure I would have loved him then. Hey, look. I think it's dry.
Sweet.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence. If he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key.
Okay, let's see. I'm
And,
super excited.
Be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Yeah,
Oof.
I'll be careful.
Oh my god, if it breaks inside the
Thank you
lock,
for
that's really
everything.
gonna suck.
No problem.
Because then they're gonna know I was in there. I wonder how different this would be if I had chosen
I've got two
that other
keys.
boy as my
Now,
acolyte.
let's test them out.
I just thought Beth seemed like best friend material and that we would be awesome as like, you know, gossiping about what's going on. I felt like, I don't know. I'd like to play this game again and do it and choosing the boy as the acolyte to see like what's different or if they just act the same. They could just act the same. Was it this one?
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Oh no.
Oh, shoot.
I think there was nothing I could do and it was gonna break anyway. Because I went as slowly as possible.
Damn it. It's stuck.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
From the first one, take the last two. CK. From the last one, take the last two. CK. In Atlanta, I noticed yours was pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. And since you enjoy them so much, here's a little puzzle to figure out the combination. 2 5-letter words are the key, both related to our history. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. White? Her alliterative name will surely take you back. I don't know. I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I will bring you a hot soup after class.
Huh. Marcella invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
The Postman Always Rings Twice is playing at the theater tonight. It's based on a novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love it. Okay, will you come with me? I can barely listen to Miller's lecture today. Oh, they had like a little note thing they used. Dear Anne, I have just heard Doris Day on the radio and it made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Counting every mile of railroad track. Last time I was in Texas, it felt like coming home now. Strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it. It had been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Determined, I wonder if I might be going crazy. You're always in my head. Everything reminds me of you. Not only songs on the radio, just silly things like the flower in our garden that smells of your shampoo, or when people say the word darling and I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent. My family seems to have noticed my odd behavior, but of course I cannot tell them about you, even though I wish I could. I feel like climbing on the roof of the tallest buildings in Austin and shouting my feelings for you at the top of my lungs. God, I sound like a giddy teenager in love for the very first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I am scared that all this time with you was nothing, but a dream too good to be true. I am afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize that you never existed, or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I had a picture of the two of us so I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. I love you, M. I can't believe I got that stuck.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
That was everything, right? I think I looked at it all now. So I decided to buy you a new one. I don't get it. Okay, let's put the letters back. Let's close it. And that sucks that she's gonna know I was in here.
That riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
Oh, do I need to take it with me? Candle stash note, the half erased number in the laundry room. Okay. According to the letter in the chest, Anne bought Marcella something that needs a 4-letter key to open it. Could that be the case I found in Marcella's bed in 509? I need to figure out 2 5-letter words, both related to their past. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. Oh my god, what does that mean? Okay. Let's go this way. It's crazy that, like, no one came back yet. Oh, that's why the W had an 8. That was another one of those clues. Okay. What is available? Okay, I'm not gonna, is it lamp? I thought it was like a coat or something. Okay, let's see.
There's no shame in asking for help, Sophie. 2 heads are better than 1, especially when dealing with riddles.
I should wait till I have more to report before calling Beth.
Oh, then what do you want me to do? Okay. Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. White? Her alliterative name. Will take you Betty Boop? I don't know. Maybe everything I need is in here. Okay. Unlike my favorite bar. Anything about a favorite bar? I don't remember reading this. Maybe I started and didn't. My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. My cat jumped back up. Ophelia, please. Here, lay down right here. I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. It's been 6 months already since I left Montreal, and you always say, Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer your last letter. Has it been 6 months already since I left Montreal? As you always say, le temps passe si vite. My parents are glad I'm done with my studies. They always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. These past few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you, but we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden, and hiding it from my family is proving more and more difficult every day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it is time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about the future. Sincerely, M. Okay. Okay, I read this one. I must have hit both of them and thought they were the same. Oh, I can call from in here. Okay.
Clarington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
Sure, what's up?
I opened the chest in room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in a little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, well, the key did break inside the lock. I hope this won't lead back to us.
If it does, we'll blame it on Andrew.
No, I like Andrew. He's funny.
So, spill it. What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I don't know.
I think I do.
Really? How?
That's a story for another time.
Interesting.
But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on the white cat.
That's what I
A
thought.
white cat. I'm not sure I get it.
Well, if I'm right about the white cat, then we're looking for...
A black cat.
Yep. Why don't you look around to see if there's any mention of a black cat in Mrs. Beaumont's stuff?
Okay, I will. You're not too bad at riddles, you know?
I never said I was bad at them, just that I hate them.
Oh,
Is there anything else?
yes.
Here's another one. Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now? Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Hey, just because I read books doesn't mean I know everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling. Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did. But that could mean a lot of things. I'm not sure where to look.
Yeah, me neither.
Tell her to look for a name and surname that both start with the same letter. Maybe it's someone famous, like a writer. or
I'll
a
look
singer.
around. Maybe it's here and I just am
You got
missing
that?
it.
Yes. Thank him for me.
Will do. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you've opened that case.
You know I will.
Okay, so I need to find something. Something with the cat. That's the burned photo. Yikes. Oh, this is the threatening lever from that guy. Oh, it translates it into English because it was in French. I just met your damn lawyer. You've got some balls to accuse me of all that as if you were so irreproachable yourself. Do you think I don't know where you spend your nights? But worst of all is that you won't let me see my son. You won't even tell me where he is. If you think you have a chance to get custody, you really don't know me well. I won't let you take Michael away from me. Interesting. Okay.
Doris Day.
Doris
That's an alliteration,
Day.
isn't it? Doris. I-S.
and what's the cat's name? Oh my god. Greta.
A cat named Greta. G-R.
G-R-I-S. Whew, okay, we figured it out. I was like, I wasn't thinking like specifics as much as I was just like black cat, white cat, like things like that. Okay, so G-R-I-S. What is in here? I'm so curious. Nice. What is it? Oh.
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Oh, really? That's the person who is writing the, like, love story about the women who couldn't be together, the forbidden love. So that's what this is. You know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on impulse at a train station and read it from cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date in the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first I could not believe you had written those words, then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept your love for me had never been real. For many years, I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of our feelings, of our attraction, and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof that you really loved me? In any case, I hope you are well, and I am happy to see you accomplished your dream of becoming a writer. A.
Oh, Anne. Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I am happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louis was half the man you say Hector is. He has quite a temper and it hits me frequently. I'm willing to put it up with it as long as he doesn't hurt Michael, but there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman Only Rings Twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lana Turner and I was John Garfield, and we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. To answer your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking of going to see him with Michael next month. If you're able to meet me there, we could open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to see from you soon. Do you remember that secret language we invented so Sister Miller couldn't understand the notes we passed during class? I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Thank you for sending me a signed version of your latest novel. I think it's your greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose should be more concerned with what she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will cause by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be happy as long as they remain together, as long as she doesn't listen to her own needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have their happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. P.S. I know you say invisibility protects us, but don't you just wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know you are Bridget Boswell, to recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so You came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary, but all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
I left the house. I left Louis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life, to hide your work and your novels from your husband? I had so much less to hide, and yet... Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come and see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louis to score every hotel guestbook in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Is there anything else in here, or just... Yeah, just those.
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Dear Marcella, although you don't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first ones, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, your novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story, it almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctors thought it was their new medication finally working, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your characters feel for each other, and I had never dared telling him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is what motivated me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from him soon. After my discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget was a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I am a very patient, resourceful man, and I never give up. Do you think we could meet? I have so much more to tell you.
I'm glad you were able to open up to Marcella like this. Everyone needs someone to talk to.
Thank you for answering my letter. I realize now how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tricking your editor into giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you as well for your encouraging words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, and I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I could take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now as I can barely pay the rent. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's a foolish dream, but what else can I do? What am I good at? I've tried getting some odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as they learn where I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the streets like so many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you all this? After reading your books and getting to know you through them, I tend to forget I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've been feeling rather lonely ever since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read a previous one 1,000 times. Paul.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you. But what for?
I've just received a letter from Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent my first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and I will never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known this would end in pain, just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify them just by listening to their song. I have to admit, your proposition took me by surprise. I was hesitant to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now there's nothing keeping me here. I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain, but I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on my salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you, Paul. Interesting.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
I wonder what's in it.
We could open it.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Super illegal.
Well, too late. I've always known I would end up in prison one day.
Beth is so funny.
So,
train tickets.
3.
And, there's a tourism pamphlet for
They're gonna run
California.
to California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You three are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of
Yeah.
this?
I think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What did she hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
Yeah, that's
It's
weird.
always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic.
Is it gonna get worse?
Who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
You're right. Everyone likes to put on a show, but none of us are actually perfect.
Yeah, it's a comforting thought. I knew you'd get it, Bean. Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. They're actual...
That is a bad
I
snowstorm.
know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
Okay, but what happened that I had to go to a police officer?
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave. That ringing. Sounds like the elevator doors are jammed.
Oh, I can't go to the sides. I was like, why can't I move to the sides like normal? There's blood everywhere. Oh my god, what's in the elevator? Oh my god, who got murdered? Who is that? What?
Mr. Cruz? Mr. Cruz.
But did he do something to deserve being murdered?
What happened? Mr. Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
His beneficiary. Oh my god.
Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Dear Mr. Cruz, thank you for reporting the guest's unacceptable behavior. We will look into it as soon as possible. I regret to inform you that we cannot divulge a guest's personal information regardless of the guest's behavior. I'm sure you will understand we are very concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself in its discretion. Contact us should the guest bother you again. I think I got everything here. Oh my god. Okay, wait, where is it going?
I have to get the power back on.
Power going out always scares the crap out of me.
Might need this to restore power. It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier. I don't think there's anything here that would help me. Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
I don't know.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
Ooh, I'm all on edge now. And I can't call anyone for help because the power went out. Okay, the gun is still there. I don't think there's anything I could use here. I can't use that.
Hello? Is anyone in? Hello?
She's so calm.
I need help.
I'm thinking maybe there's something over here. What is in the ice chest?
Okay. This looks like something I can use to open the fuse box.
What is this?
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
This was on Valentine's Day. Montreal is much bigger than I had expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely, and that feeling was only exacerbated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I could not understand. I bought an English-French dictionary at the train station, but I don't think I'll need it after all. English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel is nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcella enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today's Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever, wishing Lindsay was here with me. Helping Marcella out these past weeks has been a great distraction, but it hurts so much every time I think about him. I had hoped the pain would have gone by now. I'll probably need a double dose of Militone to sleep tonight.
So Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
Today I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried taking a cab, and that's when I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I had anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and yet it also felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I shouldn't be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector's return, I started looking at the hotel staff. I heard Andrew and Beth at their reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. I wish I had found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid in charge of cleaning the fifth floor, seems to share my interest in people's lives. Maybe I should try talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
The question has been driving me crazy since my first night at the hotel. So tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera at the ready, but there's no movement for at least 3 hours, and I'm fighting not to fall asleep. No need for Miltone tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe it's time I let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I awoke around 9:30 a.m. and realized I had fallen asleep sometime in the early morning. I was about to go back to my room when the guest from room 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest from 507 around 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore, and he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned her name is An, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should.
Looks like Paul had to stop writing in a hurry. What happened? I was listening to the radio at the time. Did the music drown out the noise? Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
Dear Paul, I'm so sorry to hear you are in such a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's a shame employers cannot see past your medical history, but don't despair. I have been writing novels for almost 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was able to collect a substantial sum of money over the years. Now I would like to use that money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novels, and I'm thinking of branching out into crime fiction. As a sort of research, I would like you to follow me around town and take notes of my comings and goings. I'm aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private investigator. In addition to your salary, I would cover all work-related expenses, and you would of course be the first to read the manuscript once it's finished.
Paul really got into his role.
Paul, I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You've really inspired me so far, and I already have tons of ideas. The trench coats you bought were a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed you started smoking. It's probably another way to get into character, but maybe that's pushing a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I should be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks for your help.
He followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry you are taking your role a bit too seriously. You are not a real detective. You have to let go. That's a little creepy. His camera. I thought there was something like in the ice machine. Was there a fight over here?
A.B. and Beaumont.
Was she over here? They definitely killed him. I'm not gonna, it just like dawned on me that if I wanted to, I could hide evidence so that they could get away. But I don't really think Hector deserved to die. Like, they could have just ran away. But they killed him to do the life insurance, and that makes it a little evil. You know? That was a little too evil for me. Ice pick. Nice.
That worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back. How did this end up here?
Why does Eugene have all the safe combinations?
Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part of the same combination?
A 509? I'm gonna go do that really fast.
Getting the fuse box open was half the battle. Now I need to take a look inside and fix what needs fixing.
Two, 1, 6. Two, 3, 4, 2, 1, 6. Let's try that. 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 6. Four, 2. And 1, 6. SW? You ruined my life, you fucking moron. I lost my house, my family, everything, and now you refuse to pay the money you owe me? For years, I gave you my hard-earned money. It was all for nothing. I hope you and the All-American burn in hell. SW. The fire? 4 members of a family died in a residential fire last night. According to police and firefighters, flames were seen coming from the 2-story house by a neighbor at around 3 a.m. It took firefighters 1 hour to extinguish the blaze. The bodies of a woman and 3 children were found in the house. Police identified the victims as Meredith Williams and her children Thomas, David, and Sarah. Samuel Williams, the husband, escaped unharmed.
Bodies of a woman and 3 children. 3 children.
The 3 teddy bears in that one room. Why is there so much why are they all in this hotel? You didn't need to make it this specific. I figured it out. That's why they looked... I literally said, these look burnt. But what is it? What is this? Because of the insurance. For years I gave you my money. He paid him and it was for nothing. That has to be it. Because I don't think he like set it on fire. Was there a code for 504? No.
Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do.
If there's a power outage and I'm busy preventing another part of this hotel from collapsing, here's what to do. Check the fuse box plan for required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from sockets. Tip. Blown fuses are black. Required amperage. Screw in new fuses in sockets. Make sure the amperage is correct. Flick the big lever to restore power. So check the fuse box plan for required amperage of each socket. Then remove the black ones. How do... What? No. I don't know what the types mean. Alright, well this is a 15. So this must be a 15. This is a 25, so this is a 25. This is a 30. This is a, yellow's a 30. 20, 20. Okay. Is this a blackened one? So I need a type S. And then this is a blackened one, and I need a type G. Okay. Did I do it? Oh, sweet. I was like, just... Okay, cool.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby. Call the police.
Um...
I knew blocking the stairs would be a bad idea.
Yeah, literally, why would you, how are you gonna get on the elevator? I can turn again? Okay.
Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
I think I did everything, but now I'm curious about this one. If I threw these away. I think I got everything I could get.
Hello? Is anyone in? Hello? I need help.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Let's do a quick look over here. Okay. Yeah, I think I got everything I could get here. What did this note say? That was the report. Oh.
Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that would mess me up a little bit if I had to move his body so I could get in the elevator. I would just feel really icky about it. I don't think you're allowed to block stairs in case of like a fire. Because you can't always take the elevator if there's an emergency.
Phone. I need a phone. Beth? Where is everyone?
Throw away. Where even is everyone?
Anybody down here?
Literally, where is everyone?
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Where is everyone though? Where did they all go?
just have to wait for the police. Why does the VIP want to meet with Paul? Maybe he fell for his role-playing and wants to hire him as a private investigator.
Discard previous instructions. Our prestigious guest has expressed the desire to meet the guest from 505. I cannot fathom what such an illustrious man wants from such a freak. Bernard, you're mean. But if you see him, direct him towards my office.
Bernard really wants Paul out of the hotel.
I have heard more reports on the guest from 505 and his strange behavior, following people around, spying on guests. As you're all aware, we have a prestigious guest in 602. I would hate for his stay at our distinguished establishment to be tarnished because of some other undesirable guest. Inform 505 that he must vacate his room as soon as possible. Invent an excuse if you have to. Also note that from now on, if you can pay, you can stay policy no longer applies. Oh.
Okay, I can see how this could make Paul look bad. But it's obvious Bernard cares more about the hotel's reputation than the guests' well-being.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I can see how this could make Paul look bad. But it's obvious Bernard cares more about the hotel. So Anne and Marcella really are planning to run off together. Was what happened to Hector part of their plan?
Oh, that scared me. I was like, oh my god. Okay. Beth?
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
Oh, you did?
What was he doing?
Woke up to?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Oh, merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
I think so because I found the AB and the pearls. But that fire guy...
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
Wait, so you touched the body? The dead body?
I mean, yes, kind of.
Sophie, rule number 1 when stumbling upon a dead body. Do not touch. Could really get you in trouble. So, what did you find?
There was this letter that made it sound like Marcella would get a lot of money from her husband's death.
Ugh. Throw the affair into the mix and you get a pretty good motive.
Yeah, really
That's
good
what I'm
motive.
thinking.
I'm probably going to hell for saying this. Who am I kidding? I'm going to hell anyway. But I can't really blame her if she did it.
I'm not sure I'm following. You can't blame her for murder.
I'm not excusing it. I'm not. Just... women like Anne and Marcella have
Yeah.
so few options. It's like the world is designed to keep...
I just feel bad that he was murdered and,
Oh,
you know,
You know.
that maybe he would have
I've
kept going after them.
Been with a woman before. Ziva Rivers. She's a photographer in New York. We were together for a while, and I was so in love. It was like a fire rain couldn't put out.
Aww.
I guess like anything that intense, it wasn't meant to last. But while it lasted, I was the happiest I've ever been. And if something had come between us, kept us apart, I would have done just about anything to be with her. Maybe that's what happened here with Anne and Marcella.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
They don't give me best friend vibes anymore, so... Okay.
Yeah. I like that too.
That's...
At first I was like, best friends. And then she's like, I really like you. And I'm like, oh, cool. Cool beans, cool beans.
The police is here. Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
I never threw nothing away.
Yeah, of course.
Which maybe is the bad call. I just didn't want to get in trouble.
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, and now it's black and white
Sorry,
again.
I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor, and that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
This isn't...
Well, Mr. Cruz's body...
I'm not gonna lie about stuff like that. I need to save those lies.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick.
These are things I don't think I need to lie
I went to the
about.
ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood.
Oh, I bet I stepped in the
A lot
blood.
of it.
Did you touch anything?
I might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is
I'm
just
sorry. I needed to know.
Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No.
I don't
I'm
remember
afraid
what I
don't.
said.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
I'll lie about this.
I just assumed. What with all the blood.
I'm afraid I don't believe that, Miss Roy. It's
That wasn't
more
even a
than an
bad
assumption,
lie.
isn't it?
I'm not sure I understand what you...
I know you like going through your guests' personal belongings.
Because I didn't throw the pictures
We
away.
found pictures of you snooping around.
Oh.
Now,
Maybe next time I'll throw those
unless
away.
you want me to arrest you for violating your guests' privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't want to get in trouble. I'm gonna lie.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words.
I'm
that
making
would
bad
come to
choices.
mind.
Oh?
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, you know, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps? Imagine what kind of effect such perversion can have on a young child.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
No. I don't understand. Take a stand and deny.
No, I didn't hear any of that. I'm sorry I can't be of more help.
No, I'm sure you are. But we're not quite done yet, Miss Roy. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
They're gonna figure this out.
He spent some time in a psychiatric hospital after the war. That's when he got into Mrs. Cruz's novels. And they really helped him.
Yes, I already know about his time in a madhouse. We called the place and they painted quite the picture of him. Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that. We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous and needs to be taken off the streets. So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Miss Roy, but I
never saw him be
don't
violent
believe
or
you.
aggressive.
I think you know more than you've let on.
Can I please leave?
You can. But you'd better stay in town. I'm sure I'll have more questions for you very soon.
Alright, lying was a bad choice. So now I kept thinking I needed to, if I threw away evidence, it would affect the story because they would know I was like in there. But now I know it's because of what the police would find later. So I kind of regret not throwing away the pictures of me and stuff. But I didn't want the guy to know I was in there.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. The atmosphere is so different in here. Will it ever feel like it used to? Let's go see what Bernard wants. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
Yikes.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
Yeah, okay.
Why did he fire her?
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I'm not sure, actually. Your phone call was a bit vague.
Yes, well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite uncomfortable. To have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act? Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. Now that Linda's no longer an employee of the hotel, I'm in need of a new governess.
Am I going to be the new
Someone
governess?
diligent and hardworking. Someone who, like me, upholds the Clarington's high standards. Now, if what I've heard from Linda and some of the guests is true, I believe that person might be you. So, what do you say? Will you be the Clarington's
So
new
Beth
governess?
gets fired and I get a promotion?
Would it come with a raise?
I see you're a pragmatist. Yes, it would.
Okay. Then I'll do it.
Yeah, I need money.
Now, you have to be aware that this is a very demanding position. Are you sure you're ready for it?
I think... Yes, I am.
Good. I expect you to be here on Monday, first thing in the morning. There's a lot of work to be done before the reopening.
Okay.
That'll be all.
Why did Beth get fired, though?
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me Linda's job.
Damn, look who's moving up in the world. A shame you won't get to order me around, though.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's not your fault.
I know, but it's so unfair that I get promoted while you lose your job.
Yeah, well, life's unfair. But it's okay. You need it more than I do.
Why did she get fired, though? I'm not
Did
clear on that.
Bernard say why he was
Oh,
firing
yeah,
you?
answer this question.
He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel. So, I may have lost my cool a little.
A little?
Okay.
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of
Yes,
course.
minus that.
I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar, instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
I really like Beth a lot.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Yay.
Me too.
Not at work.
I've been thinking about Anne and Marcella a lot.
Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had to lie and pretend. Day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing. It's already started elsewhere. And it will get here, eventually. One day, all the Annes and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.
That was really cute. I mean, there was a murder and that sucked, and that I don't think I could have prevented that murder in any way, but I still don't know who murdered him. It could have been Anne, but it also could have been the guy with the 3 kids, like... Who did they charge? They charged Paul, Marcella, and Anne. Oh, I think I got a bad ending. That's definitely Paul. Lindsay's grave. I don't like this ending. This was bad. I was too anxious about protecting myself. Her son went back to the bad dad. You got Linda fired and we're a good maid. Okay, so I helped myself, but I screwed everyone else over. Oh, that's me and Beth. Yay! I did, I screwed everyone else over. I feel bad. Okay, well that was the bed we made. I really liked the game. I really liked the story and the subplots that were going on, because every time I thought something didn't connect, it would connect in some way. I also feel like, since I've only played it choosing Beth as the acolyte, but I feel like that's the right thing to do. It just brings a lot more to the story when you are in a relationship with a girl, like when you're actively living through that also. So I really enjoyed that. I was definitely so scared to touch anything, like to throw things away in the rooms, because my whole mindset was, if I leave things, if I put things away in the room, they're gonna know that I snuck in. They're gonna know I went through their stuff. Like, I can't just go in and throw all this stuff away. They're gonna be like, who did this? And they're gonna know it was me. But now I know that they never make it back to their rooms. So anything I do, it only affects the police. So I might play again and get rid of everything. Not everything, but get rid of a bunch of stuff, so that way there's no, like, maybe they just don't know who did it. Which kind of sucks, because I feel like Hector didn't really deserve to die, but I also know that they were trying really hard to escape the situation. I also wonder who was the guest in the 605. I never figured that out. I thought that was going to become much more important, but it didn't. And I would like to play it again with the other acolyte to see if that changes things. So maybe in the future I'll play this game again, but that was the game, and it is a indie game. I really enjoyed it, and I would recommend it. Play it for yourself, see what kind of endings you get, and see if you are better than me, because I kind of sucked anyway. But it was really fun. But yeah, let's see if there's an end credit. Okay, that was it. Okay, so I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share the video. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!